Hello guys, how are you today? My name is Enzen Charmaine. Today was my birthday, the 8th of January. I really had a good one. Another year was added by God's grace to my age. Yes. Seems like I'm alone here. Nobody have joined me yet. But anyway, today I'm here to tell you about the story of my roommate, right? When I was doing my first year at university, I had a roommate. My first roommate was actually a horrible person. Yeah, somebody joined. Hello. Okay, so I will start telling the story now. So I was at this university, and I had a roommate. She was a very old person, by the way. I think she was in her late 40s. Yes. And then at first, when I first met her, I was very friendly to her, and then she was not that friendly to me. But hi, hey, everything great? Can you hear me? Text me please if you can hear. By the way, I'll continue whether you text or you don't text. Okay, another thing that I want to say to you guys, if I'm telling a story, right, and then I move very fast, please do let me know, because sometimes I don't hear myself when I move too fast. And also, if the audio, my voice, and the video is not synced, please do let me know that, okay, it looks like your voice is moving faster than your body, because on the last live video that I did, the audio and my body language wasn't synced. So please do assist with those details. Okay. So so I was telling you that as I met my roommate, I can't really say she was friendly at first, but then she was just okay herself. We were getting to know each other, we greeted each other. Then she told me a little bit about herself, and when she asked me how old I was, then I told her how old I was. She actually told me that my firstborn is older than you. I was like, wow, okay. So after that, right, we had some problems together. We couldn't really live peacefully, because she would tell me that I shouldn't bring my friends to the room, but then she would bring her friends to the room. And that was a big deal for me, because it actually showed that we were not on equal grounds, whereas we were paying the equal amount of money to be at that residence. And she really wanted to dominate me and to bully me since I was younger. And then after that, I asked her, if we don't allow visitors in the room, then let's not allow my visitors and your visitors as well. That's not a problem, it's okay. And then she gave me a type of attitude when I told her that if we have a rule that we don't allow visitors, it should be both on my side and your side as well. It shouldn't be one-sided. And then she kept on bringing her friends. She couldn't stop bringing her friends. Sometimes her friends would come by themselves, and then they would knock at the door, and then she would open for them, and then they would come and have a conversation, of which I didn't have any problems with her friends. But then when my friends knocked at the door, and then they would come to my space, she would have attitude and tell me, she told me that there's no visitors that are allowed to come in the space. By the way, I had one male friend which she liked a lot. They used to talk a lot. When the friend came to the room, they used to laugh and be happy. That's the only friend that she liked, and that's the only time she never complained about friends coming into the room. When that specific one came, she really liked him. Okay, so the other day, right, I was sitting in my room. I was actually sleeping. Okay, I wasn't sitting, I was sleeping in my room, and it was very late. And then when I waked up to her doing some voodoo type of practices. I don't know, some witchcraft things, if I may call it that way. Okay, let me just describe what happened, and then I'll let you decide whether it was a voodoo practice or it's not. I don't know. So when I wake up at night, the whole house was in smoke, right? Yes, there was smoke everywhere, and I was coughing when I wake up, and I was kind of suffocating. And then I decided to turn to her side. Then when I turned my head to her side, I saw her, but then she was naked, like totally naked, and she was burning a lot of incenses, like a lot of herbs. She wasn't covered in anything, and then she was speaking, and she was mumbling things that I couldn't hear. She was a Xhosa, by the way, and I'm also a Xhosa, and also she spoke English and I spoke English, but then she spoke none of these languages. She was just mumbling and talking. Hey, when I saw that thing, I got so scared, like, what the hell is happening? What the hell is going on? Plus, she gave me a very evil eye when I looked at her. She looked so scary, like, it's like her facial expressions were saying, like, don't say anything. Like, don't even look at me. She gave me a very evil eye, and she looked so mad when I looked at her. So since it was very late and it was only me and her in the room, I got so scared, and I've decided to cover myself for a moment. And then I prayed. Then after that, I decided to go to my friend's room. I opened the door and then I went to my friend's room. When I arrived at my friend's room, I told my friends everything that happened, and they let me sleep in their space that night. I slept in their space, and then I left my room. So I came, because I couldn't take my friend back to my room and sleep with her in that room, because there was smoke. Obviously everyone was gonna suffocate me and her. That's why we've decided that I'm gonna be the one sleeping at her room. So we met the following day, and then we discussed the thing further, and then they were actually telling me that, why can't you report this lady to the matron? But back then, it's like I wasn't so open in reporting people. I actually believed in giving people like more chances to see if they will really continue. I was very patient, you understand? So I was like, yeah, maybe I should report her, but then let me just continue to observe her to see if she's gonna change, and to see if the situation will improve. This was just one incident. Let's just give it a second try. Then they told me that, plus I was very young that time, so I wasn't really, it's like I could stand for myself, but then it took a lot from me to actually stand for myself and speak for myself, speak out. So I would avoid confrontation a lot, and because I was new in the university, so that's why I decided to avoid any type of like controversy, confrontation and all that. It's like I was just adjusting, getting to know the environment and how everything works. Okay, so they told me that, okay, so the following day they told me, okay, today I'm the one who's gonna sleep in your room. Okay, I'll sleep in your room, and I just want to see if this thing will happen again. By the way, guys, before I slept in her room that night, she decided, my friend decided to come to my space to see what was happening for herself. And indeed, she did see the lady naked, and then she saw smoke. But then it's like, it was just, we're just opening the door, and then like we entered, and then she came inside, and then she saw, and then we were out, and then we went to sleep to her room. So she told me, okay, tonight I'm the one coming to your space to sleep at your room, because apparently she was sharing a bed with somebody else. So we would have been crowded if I could have been the one continuing to sleep in her space. So okay, she came to my space the following day, and then she slept there. Then this lady didn't practice any type of voodoo, but then she was giving a lot of negative energy, negative vibes, shouting, attitude and all that. Then my friend left that following day, and then going forward, this lady continued to burn some incenses in the room, get naked and say some stuff that nobody can ever understand except for herself. So the other problem that we had besides that is that she would open the radio at night, and it would be so loud, so I wouldn't be able to sleep properly. I would tell her sometimes that the radio is making noise, is it okay if you can just decrease the volume and share it by yourself? And then she also had a problem with that. She didn't want to be like corrected, or she didn't want to hear what I like. She only wanted to tell me or to dictate me about what she likes and what she prefers. And the other biggest problem that she had with me was that I was praying every single day. Before I go to bed, I would pray, and I'll read my Bible, and also in the morning before I go anywhere, after I wake up, I'll just kneel down and pray. And then she started telling me that I shouldn't be praying in the room. That room is not supposed to be a religious space for religious activities. If I want to pray, I should go somewhere else to pray. And then I told her, but then I paid like to be here. Why are you telling me that I shouldn't be praying in my space? Plus, when I'm praying, it's not like I'm the type of person who actually shouts like and project the voice to the max. Now, when I'm praying, it's like I'm speaking. My tonality might even be lower if there are people around, because I don't really like it when other people who don't believe in my God are hearing what I'm saying to my God. So I wasn't, it's not like I was loud, or when I was praying, she would wake up, I would just disturb her sleep. No, it wasn't like that. But then she complained that I pray too much, that's not a religious space. When I want to do my devotions, I should just maybe go to the study room. That university residence had a study room, so she was actually telling me, you can just go to the study room and pray there. And to me, that sounded like so weird and awkward. Plus, on top of that, she was practicing this voodoo stuff. Okay, so I didn't stop praying. I continued to pray, and then after that, I was invited by the matron of the residence, and then she actually called my phone and said that there are allegations pending against me. I should go to her office as soon as I possibly can. So I decided, okay, I'm canceling all my classes. I'm not gonna attend any class today. I'm just gonna go see the matron. So I arrived at her office, and then after that, she greeted me. But then she was so mad, like she looked like she was so mad. And then I greeted her, and then she greeted me, and then she was like, okay, let's get straight to the point. The reason why I called Risha is because your roommate is actually accusing you of many things that you did in the university residence, and you have broken the university agreements and policies of staying in the residence. So I will evict you in that residence. You're not supposed to stay there anymore. Man, I was like shocked, like, what are you talking about? What did even this lady say to you that could make you to decide instantly that I need to be removed? So she actually said that there are like 43 allegations. Hey, to me, it sounded like it was a joke. Okay, so I laughed. Honestly, I thought that she was gonna say, no, it's a prank. Your roommate actually told me that maybe she doesn't want your friends, and then they kept on coming, and maybe we just want to have a meeting so that you can resolve that. I literally laughed. I thought she was joking. Woo! And then I'm realizing that no, this matron is not joking, because it's like I'm laughing alone. She ain't laughing. And she asking me, what's so funny? And then I continue to smile, thinking that no, I'm not in any type of trouble, because I didn't commit any crimes, or I didn't do anything that's against the policies of the university residence for me, like, to even get evicted. Then she said that 43 allegations, but then she's gonna read all of them to me before she evicts me. Then I say, okay, go ahead. The first one was that you are having sex in a room with your boyfriend in front of your roommate. Oh, that was a big shocker for me. And then she asked me, would you like to answer for yourself on that one before we move to the next one? I said yes. I told her, no, I've never had any sex ever since I was born, let alone having it in front of her in the room, whereas she's watching. I never did any of that. And then I told her that actually I'm a virgin. If she wants, for evidence purposes, she can just take me for tests. I'm willing to go to the doctor. I'm willing to open my legs and to be inspected, okay, just to prove that I'm a virgin. I've never had any type of sex before, and just to prove that this lady was lying. And then she never answered that. And then after that, she continued, you're making loud noise whenever she's sleeping. You're always disturbing, and you are making parties in the room. I was like, parties? The university just opened, okay? I'm a new student here, and ain't no way that I would even have money to pay for parties or to throw parties in the room. Like, it's the beginning of the year, everybody is broke. And then after that, she stopped. Then I was like, I'm still listening. You told me there are 43 allegations, and so far you told me 3 and you're quiet. Go ahead. I want to hear everything. Then after that, she told me, oh no, she can't be able to read everything, but then I have to get out of the space. I have to get out of the university property. So I asked her, so you are actually evicting me in the space for something that you cannot even finish reading? If this thing is getting me out of the university residence, at least I should be able to hear everything that is in that document, because it sounds serious to me. And if it's serious and if it's about me, I think I have a right to share about it. I can't just pack my bags and leave without even sharing why am I getting evicted. I think I deserve to share everything that is in them. And then after that, she was like, no, I can't read everything. So I actually thought that maybe they did conspire against me together. And since I was a first year student, maybe they just wanted to get rid of me. Maybe they were friends or they've known each other from somewhere. Then she told me I should have a meeting with the other matron. Then I went to the other matron. The other one was so friendly to me. She actually looked like she was in disbelief. She didn't believe everything that was in that document. She looked like she didn't believe anything. She looked like she wasn't taking any sides. So she was very friendly to me, and she was known as the most strict matron. People were actually afraid of her than the other one. But then, as for me, I found her to be like the friendliest one and the most reasonable one. She was able to like use her brain to judge situations. So she told me the allegations as well, but then she never read everything. She read the first three. When I asked her to continue, it was the same story. She couldn't continue, or she wasn't willing to continue reading everything. And then after that, she told me, unfortunately, it's not up to me. We had a meeting, and then it was concluded that you have to leave your space. I'm sorry. I told her, like, matron, just take me to the doctor. Or you can even test me by yourself. Test me and tell me if I'm a virgin or not, because I'm telling you that I never had sex ever since I was born. And this woman is actually saying that I had sex in her presence in the university residence. That was so crazy. And then after that, she never entertained that part of the evidence. Okay, so she gave me the notice that was written on paper that I need to vacate the space. And then I was so hurt, I was so heartbroken. I wasn't laughing or smiling anymore now at this point. I was just praying and crying. And then I actually thought that, actually no, I think I don't have no choice. Maybe I should just go home, as they are saying that I should just go home. After that, I made a call. I called my mom, and then I told her everything that happened. And then my mom was like, what the hell? Look at this. Tell the matron that you're not getting out of your university residence. Tell her that you are there to stay and you're not going anywhere. And then she was like, actually, tell her that if she really is evicting you out of the space, she should come by herself, pack your things. Don't touch your belongings. Let them touch your belongings by themselves, and let them pack all your bags and put the bags out. And don't take your food outside your room. Let them come and lift you up, or call the security to do so. Whatsoever will work for them. And then let them get you out. Okay, one moment. I'll be back soon. You. Okay. It disturbed my tripod. Yeah, I was adjusting the aircon. I'm actually getting heat. So my mama told me that okay, don't touch any of your belongings. Let the matron or the securities be the one doing the job for you. Don't touch anything. I don't know if I move this tripod or not. I hope it's still good. Okay, so now I started gaining strength, like, okay, that makes sense to me. I shouldn't touch anything. Then my mother said that I will sue the hell out of them if they touch your belongings and they pack for you, and then they evict you out of the property like that. In fact, you know what we can do? I'm gonna call a journalist, okay, for you, and then that journalist immediately, if they come to your space to pack your things, the journalist should be there with the cameras. Everything should be recorded live, and your university will be exposed as well to the whole world about the injustices that they might be doing to the first year students who don't know how to defend themselves. So I was like, oh wow, great idea, praise be to God, I have a solution now. But then I was still a little bit anxious about what will happen and how the whole thing will unfold. Okay, so I went back to my room, and then the following day, at around the time that they told me I should be out of the property, my matron called me, and then she told me that I hope you are out because you needed to be out of that residence. I told her, you know what, matron, I've decided that I'm not going out. If you are all serious, about this, you should come to my place, all of you guys, and you should like pack my bags, and you should take them outside by yourself, because I'm not packing a thing here. I'm here to settle, I'm here to stay, I'm not going anywhere. And you should also maybe come with security to take me out, because I will not voluntarily move my legs out of this property. Yay! Now the matron paused for a moment, like she didn't expect that coming out from me, because she saw me as this young, defenseless lady. You know, she didn't know that I could stand my grounds like that. So after that, she was like, okay, you want to see what you can do with you? You want to see? I said, yeah, bring it on. I want to see what you can actually do. She said, okay, you're going to be in trouble. We'll show you. So after that, I waited. I told my friends what was going on, and they were like saying, oh, good idea. And if they actually come to your space, we'll be there to support you. And we are willing to speak to the media about what has been happening. I waited forever. They never came. And then my roommate was so mad, and she was starting to tell me to get out. I say to her, it's not your duty or your job to evict me out of the property. Let the ones who issued the eviction letter handle the situation, because I'm sure 100% that they are more than capable of evicting me, and they do have powers and rights to do so. So don't get yourself involved. You already done your duty. You already reported me some things that I never did, and now just let them do their job. So she was so mad at me. After that day, I continued to stay in my room, but then I wasn't sleeping alone. I was sleeping with friends, because I was afraid that this lady is so mean. What if maybe I'm sleeping at night and then she comes to attack me? Maybe she just decided to slaughter me, like stab me whereas I'm sleeping, or kill me, or do some evil stuff for me, and then I'll be injured or I'll die in my sleep. So after a few days, I saw her packing up her bags, and she was actually the one leaving the space. Then her friends came actually, and they asked me what has been happening, and then I told them everything. Her friends were very friendly. Of course, they were older women. Some of them were my neighbors. They were older women of her age, and they were doing the same program, which was nursing. But then it's like they did have the ability to use their reasoning, you know. So when I told them the whole story, they were like, wow, like this is unbelievable. How can she do this type of evil to you? I was like, I don't even know why she doesn't like me. But then this is what she's been doing. And then they were like, even for her to say that your friend shouldn't be coming over, whereas we are coming over, it's like a little bit weird to us. And she was there. She was there, and she never uttered a single word to her friends when they were actually telling me about how they felt about what she did to me. And then the friends left, and she packed her bags, and then she left the room. So I guess maybe the matron decided that since she's unable to evict me out of my room, out of my space, maybe she should just look for the space for her to stay. By the way, I don't even understand how do they put an 18-year-old girl with a girl in her late 40s, because these people, right, the older people, usually when they are at university, they are supposed to be allocated their own private room. They shouldn't be sharing a room with anyone because of their age. They should get a single room. That was the rule of the university. I don't know how she ended up being in my space. But then, yeah, by God's grace, I actually won that battle, and I ended up staying alone for some time before I got myself another roommate who was of my age, and she was amazing. She was an amazing person, and then we became friends, and yeah, that was one of the greatest challenges I came across when I was doing my first year at university. But yeah, everything was finally over, and I was able to enjoy my first year. I actually almost dropped out of university. Just imagine if I could have packed my bags and went home. Home was far away from university, and I couldn't like afford paying transportation every single day to go to the university and to attend my classes. And also there was no Wi-Fi at home. Ain't no way I was gonna be able to learn, do all my assignments and all that. So if I could have went home, I could have dropped out of university, yeah. But then the Lord didn't allow it. The Lord saw it fit that I should remain there, and I should also finish my program and graduate. So yeah, I ended up staying and not dropping out. And also the other alternative I had was to actually rent another place which was not a university property and continue with my studies. But by that time I didn't have that option. I wasn't going to be able to use it because I didn't have money for it. Yeah, that's it. That university residence was being paid by my sponsor, and yeah, they were not paying for anything for any other property that was not the university residence. So I wasn't going to be able to pay my rents, and I could have dropped out, but I just thank God that I didn't drop out. I finished. That's the beauty of the story. Okay, thank you very much for watching, for listening, guys, and I appreciate everyone who's been following me, liking and sharing my videos, and yeah, I just appreciate it a lot. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye.